The following is a live presentation of Retro Sports Network, home of the champions of the past, present, and/or future. We know your bracket's busted. The best way to win is just not to play. What did I see after the first 2 rounds of the first 2.5 rounds of the NCAA tournament? At least on the men's side, there is just one perfect bracket left. Just one? Anyway, my name is Ron Juckett, and I'm traveling to Maryland, or from Maryland. No, I'm not. To tell you that welcome to the program for this 24th day of March 19. It's 2025. We play the games of June 1st, 1956 today, and it is the first place Milwaukee Braves hosting the Pittsburgh Pirates, which is on the agenda for 3 days this week. Don't Google up. At lunch time today. The Pirates will go with Bob Friend, and while the Milwaukee Braves go with Warren Spahn. And already looked at this. Warren Spahn has to go the distance because he's the only pitcher besides Gene Connolly who will go on the games of June 2nd, so Saturday, that isn't tired. Doubleheaders, and in fact I think Milwaukee has played 2 in the last few days, are just tough on older pitching staffs. So that's the setup for you. It is Milwaukee and Pittsburgh from County Stadium. It's live. It's yours. It's next. As Retro Sports Network presents Major League Replay 1956. Today from County Stadium in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. It is the Milwaukee Braves and the Pittsburgh Pirates. And today's game is brought to you by DigitalDice.com, the best darn podcast on the web for your sports simulation and replay needs. Find us today on Spotify, Spreaker, iTunes, or wherever else fine podcasts are listed. And I had to do a refresh on my chat page because it's all kind of gummied up. So weather, not a factor here as we get ready to play this game. It is 72 degrees. Well, weather's a factor. It's just not bad weather. 72 degrees, clear skies, winds left to right at 6. Has 23 wins as well, but they have 12 losses. So Milwaukee, even as we go into now June, has 6 games in hand on the Dodgers, which is a pretty good thing. Spahn is 35. He is 6-0 on the year, making his 8th start. He's finished what he started 5 of 7 times. His last start came on the 26th against the Redlegs. In a 5-4 win, he went 9 innings, 120 pitches, 8 hits, 4 runs, 2 earned. He allowed a homer. He walked 1 and struck out 4. Third time this year he's faced the Pirates. He's beaten them twice. In 59 2/3 innings, he's allowed 62 hits, 21 runs, 18 of them earned, 5 homers, 6 walks, and 35 strikeouts. This will be the lineup he will face on this Friday night. Gene Freese is at third. He will lead off. Dick Grote at short will bat second. Hello, Walls. Lee Walls in right will go third. Dale Long, who has 11 homers already for the Pirates, will clean up at first base. Frank Thomas in left will bat fifth. Roberto Clemente in center field will go sixth. Hank Foyles behind the plate, he will play for Cleveland at some point, will bat seventh. Kurt Roberts, in a helmet that looks about 15 sizes too big, is at second base. He'll go 8th. And Bob Friend on the mound will bat 9th. Warren Spahn can give you 145 pitches. Defensively for the Braves, Bobby Thompson is a 6 and a 3 in left. Billy Bruton, a 7 and a 6 in center. Hank Aaron, a 9 and a 9 in right. Eddie Matthews is a 10 at third. Johnny Logan, a 7 and a 7 at short. Jack Dittmer, a 4 and a 4 at second. That is a horribly airbrushed picture. Joe Adcock is a 6 at first. The battery for this one, Del Crandall, a 10 and an 8 behind the plate. And Spahn is an 8 on the mound with a 983 fielding percentage. For the Pirates, just to tell you the discrepancy in the amount of games that these two teams have played, the Pirates have lost 23, while the Braves have won 23. But Pirates have only won 15. This is game 39 for Pittsburgh. And for Milwaukee, it is just game 30. And remember, we've been playing about 6 weeks. So Freese stepping in at 177, a home run and 12 RBI. Spahn is ready, and again, he is really the only pitcher Milwaukee can use in this one. So watch this be like a 15-14 game. Pitch to Freese, struck him out. That's how this one starts. He looked at a fastball for strike 3. So here's Dick Grote. Dick at 272, no home runs, and 12 RBI. Spahn winds and fires, and that's a base hit over Logan into left field. Thompson will cut it off and throw it in. For Lee Walls, Lee does not have a home run yet. He's hitting 260. How you doing, Andrew? 5 triples. 5 triples, that's a lot. And 6 RBI. Spahn's pitch, that's up the middle. Logan to Dittmer for 1, Adcock for 2. It's a 6-4-3 double play. So Johnny Logan makes his 11th great play of the year, and that'll do it for the Pirates in the top of the first. They get a hit, and it's erased on the double play. After half an inning, no score. Did you get snow this morning, Mr. Andrew? It snowed here. James Taylor wrote about Bob Friend. For whatever reason, they put them all in batting helmets. Bob is 26 years old. He's making his 13th start of the year, which just tells you the difference between where the Braves are and where the Pirates are. He is 4-4 on the replay with a 4.63 ERA. So his last start came against the Dodgers on May 28th in a 7-0 loss. He went 8 innings, 117 pitches, 8 hits, 4 runs, all earned, a home run. He walked 3 and struck out 1. So, Friend, did I read that right? No, 42 starts on the year. In real life, 83 2/3, 98 hits, 50 runs, 43 earned, 8 home runs, 25 walks, and 43 strikeouts. A rain-snow mix where he is along the banks of the Connecticut River, and that's pretty much what it's doing here. And this will be the lineup that Friend will face. It'll be Jack Dittmer at second. He'll lead it off. Johnny Logan, who has been the leadoff hitter, slides down to second and playing short. Eddie Matthews at third will bat third. Hank Aaron in right will clean up. Bobby Thompson, who homered the last time we had the Braves on, is in left. He'll bat fifth. Billy Bruton in center will go sixth. Joe Adcock at first will bat seventh. Zalapsky, Smurf, how are you? No, it's still Crandall behind the plate. He'll bat eighth. Warren Spahn will bat ninth. Spahny not a terrible hitter. Bob Friend can give you 145 pitches. He threw 314 real-life innings, and he, of course, is on the mound. Defensively for the Pirates, Frank Thomas a 4 and a 3 in left. Roberto Clemente a 6 and a 10 in center. Again, he's not quite in right field yet. That's Lee Walls, who is a 5 and a 5. The infield, Gene Freese is a 5 at third. Dick Grote a 7 and an 8 at short. Kurt Roberts, again, that is the weirdest helmet I've ever seen. It's like if you took one of those banana splits and put it in the helmet, that's what that helmet looks like. Anyway, Kurt is a 3 and a 3 at second, making his last game of the year, at least, for the Pirates. Dale Long is a 6 at first. Hank Foyles behind the plate, a 6 and a 4, and Bob Friend an 8 on the mound with a 969 fielding percentage. Dittmer 3 for 9 on the replay, 245 in real life, a homer and 6 RBI. So Jack stepping in, Friend is ready, and here we go. Dittmer drives that the opposite way over Grote for a single. So the Braves start this one with a base hit. Johnny Logan off to a flying start, 328, 4 home runs and 23 RBI. Comfortable night, as we said, 72 degrees, Winds blowing left to right at 6. Popped up. Foils to the screen. Is he going to have room? No. And it's a 2-strike count. So, friend, again, he can go 145, and so can Spawn. Deals. That is a ground ball to Grote. And Grote can't play it. That played him. And isn't he Dr. Strangeglove? I don't think so. But that's his 11th error of the year. And so the Braves start the ball game. Runners on first and second. Nobody out for Eddie Matthews. And Eddie is having himself a year. He's hitting .360 with 9 home runs and 31 RBI. So the chance for the Braves to get it on it early. The later we go, and at some point the Braves will make up these games that they've missed. I would say that data being all things in humans not for these games, the Braves, I think, are in the driver. Dick Stewart was Dr. Strangelove. I thought so. All things considered, I think the Braves are in the driver's seat here in the National League. Pitch to Matthews, and Eddie draws a walk, so they're going to be loaded for a Hank Aaron. Aaron at .328. He has 10 doubles, 3 triples. How you doing, Gut? Yeah, 23 and 6. And again, they have a lot of games in hand on everybody. 3 triples for Aaron, 5 homers, and 26 RBI. They're loaded. It's Dittmer on third, Logan on second, and Matthews on first. And Friend, 13 pitches into the ballgame, is already in the frying pan. Here's the pitch. Struck him out. And 0-2, he took something off it. Aaron thought fastball. He got something off Spade. So 1 out for Thompson. Bobby at .257, 4 homers, and 19 RBI. So Friend got 1, a ground ball to get him out of it clean. And Dick Grote can get back into the dugout. Pitch to Thompson. There is a ground ball to Freeze at third. He'll go to Roberts for 1 and Long for 2. He got the best Friend, and the Braves cannot score. Wow. 5, 4, 3. Braves leave on 2. After 1, no score. So Long, Thomas, and Clemente to face Spawn here in the second. That was a huff and a puff, but they could not blow the Pirates' door down. Dale Long at .308, 11 home runs, and 36 RBI. Spawn starts the second. Popped up. Aaron, Dittmer. It is Dittmer on the grass, 1 out. Wasn't that Washington Yankee game we did amazing? It was, Zalapsky Smurf. My word. You got a tired pen, Frank Thomas, by the way, at .252, 6 homers and 15 RBI. You got a tired pen. You got Mantle and Barra, and they reach. You're trying to protect a 1-run lead. It's like trying to hold back Niagara Falls with a paper cup, you know? And somehow, some way, they did it. Game of the year so far. Pitch to Thomas. That's up the middle, past the second baseman into center field. And the Pirates have their second hit. Logan should have made the play. He did not. So here's Clemente at .282, 4 triples, 2 homers, and 10 RBI. So Thomas on first. 6-game hitting streak for Clemente. Spawn's pitch. Should be 2. Dittmer. He can't make it. Oh, he does. Logan for 1. Adcock for 2. I thought he bobbled it. It got away from him for just a split second. But Dittmer had the wherewithal to go chase it down. The quick flip to short for 1, and then over to first, and they turn it. And Warren Spahn will send some FDD flowers to him. How about that after an inning and a half? No runs, a hit. Pirates haven't left anybody on. No score. So Bruton, Adcock, and Crandall to face Friend here in the second. Bruton, I forgot to read his numbers off. Ground ball to Grote. Over to Long. And Billy is retired. He's hitting .333 now. 1 out for Joe Adcock. Joe only has had 84 at-bats so far, hitting .321 for homers and 16 RBI. There is a line drive to left that will drop in front of Frank Thomas, and Adcock has himself a single. So both teams have 2 hits now. Here's Del Crandall. Crandall at .317, 9 home runs, and 22 RBI. To short, Grote only plays to first over to long, and Crandall is retired. So Adcock moves on to second. 2 out for Warren Spahn, hitting .300, 2 home runs, and 6 RBI. It will be fun to follow. Speaking of Jamie, how are you? The 6th edition of Jamie's Magazine was released today. Check your favorite Facebook group, and there'll be a link. Looking forward to seeing what you did with Richard Hanna. But yeah, the Braves they have a .796 winning percentage. How you doing, David? I mean, we're talking 84 Tigers here for the Braves almost, which just goes to show how tough 35-5 is. Pitch to Spahn. Warren into right field. Wall's running over, and Lee will make the catch, and that will take care of the Braves. They leave on a runner, they get a hit, and after 2, no score. So Foyles, Roberts, and Friend to face Spahn here in the 3rd. Warren, the recipient of 2 double plays. Foyles at .231, no homers, and 5 RBI. Spahn starts the 3rd. That's into center. Bruton, 1 out. Kurt Roberts at .085. It should be his last scheduled game with the Pirates this year. He does have an RBI. Spahn winds and fires. Popped up third base side. Matthews will watch that one go foul, and a big old Elvis fan made that catch. Always a good read. How you doing, Bobby? So a 2-2 count. Pitch from Spahn. Right back to Warren. First base side of the rubber. Throws to first, and Roberts is retired. 2 out. For Bob Friend, hitting .194. A home run and 2 RBI. That's a base hit, left center field. Bruton will cut it off. That's going to go all over the wall, and Friend has himself a double. His 2nd of the year. That's why he's wearing the batting helmet in this picture. He could hit. So the throw in there was not in time. A 2-out double for Gene Freese, who struck out his first time up. Spahn opening 9, 2 2/3, 38 pitches, 3 hits and a K. Bobby says, I like how the games that we play provide our own storylines as we go through the replays and the projects. Absolutely. That's why I do it. Yeah, just kind of like the Rod Stewart song. Every picture tells a story, don't it? It's not big enough, don't it? But yes. They all take on a different meaning. Makes things interesting and more fun. Jamie recovered from having me be the interview for one of his topics there. Pitch to Freese. Struck him out. That's 2 for Spahn. The Pirates do not score. No runs, a hit, no errors. After 2.5, Pittsburgh nothing, Milwaukee nothing. Yeah, they are kind of role-playing games for sports fans. That would be an interesting topic, Jamie. They do have them. I mean, the console games, it'll be top of the lineup for the Braves. Dittmer, Logan, and Matthews. Bob Friend, 28 pitches. His opening 9, 2 innings, 2 hits. A walk and a strikeout. Dittmer singled but did not score when the Braves loaded the bases in the first. I mean, the console games have the My Careers and stuff like that. I'm enjoying the one I'm doing right now with the 2K PGA Tour because I'm an old man and that's how I do it. But these really are. And again, I mean, we all do different things to immerse ourselves in this. We've talked about that a bunch on the podcast. Pitch to Dittmer. There is a opposite way base hit. Thomas will pick it up in the alley, and he's going to try for 2. Let's see if he gets thrown out. 79 does not mean 100 to throw to second. He's in there with his first double. So both teams have 3 hits. And here's Johnny Logan. He's 0 for 1. Hoping the fiver that... Don't you let your dog bet? Did your dog bet on Maryland yesterday too? We're not saying that when you go to the Hot Sarah to make your local bookie bet. You guys have... Most of you had the Braves. Mods and helpers? Yeah. Logan is 0 for 1. You know, and again, to go to... Not to belabor the point, but if you like a game, you want to make it your own game. And I think that's there. He's better at it than Paul. Pitch to Logan. There's a ground ball to line drive to Freeze at third. Dittmer has to go back because I can't tell the difference between a ground ball and a fly ball. Eddie Matthews walked his first time up. Both teams have 3 hits. Pirates had an error in the first by Mr. Grote and got out of it unscathed. Matthews to right. Walls will make the catch, and Dittmer goes back to second. He's going to hold right there, especially with 2 out. So runner remains in scoring position. 2 out for Aaron, who struck out with the bases loaded in the first. He's got an 11-game hitting streak. There is a liner past Grote into left field. Dittmer around third will score without a throw, and the Braves go up 1-0. Brings up Bobby Thompson, who grounded into a double play to end that first inning. So Aaron's hitting streak is now 12. And the Braves, again, hard to believe on June 1st. Of course, the season starts for real this week in 2025. That on June 1st, they're only playing their 30th game. Pitch to Thompson. The ground ball to Friend over to Long, and that will retire the side. However, the RBI single by Hank Aaron gets the Braves on the board, a run on 2 hits and no errors. We go to the 4th, 1-0 Milwaukee. So Grote, Walls, and Long to face Spahn here in the 4th. I would love to see, and I know you can kind of do it with OOTP and MLB The Show, but that's a console game. Grote, you can kind of do it with Action PC if you want, is singled his first time up. Kind of a sim or engine that lets you be the player. You put in the ratings. Again, you can kind of do it in OOTP with their graphics. And I think it'd be kind of cool to do a realistic career. Set it in any area you want. If this is what you want to play in the 50s, go ahead. I would be an 80s player. Pitch to Grote. There's a fly ball left field. Thompson moving over to make the catch. I mean, that pretty much was what the... I did that all the time with the Sega Genesis. Made a twin brother I didn't have, and we were the top line for the Montreal Canadiens. Still couldn't get that cup back to Canada. Lee Walls is 0 for 1. Spahn deals. There is a ground ball to Adcock. Joe takes it in the bag himself, and that will be the second out. Dale Long, a 10-game hitting streak. He's 0 for 1. There's a bounder to Dittmer. He'll throw it to first, and that will take care of the Pirates. So Spahn cruising through 4, 1-0 Braves. I'm trying to reach my soda here. So here are the standings. Again, Milwaukee, a 3-game lead over Brooklyn. They both have the same amount of wins, but Brooklyn has played 6 more games. St. Louis in third, 6 back. Cincinnati has played 38 games coming into this one, and they're 9.5 back. You don't want to say it's too late for them, but I think Milwaukee could win this by 5 or 6, or Brooklyn storms back. I'm going to be wrong either way. Pittsburgh came into this one at 15-23, tied with New York for 6th, and then the Phillies 13 back at 13-22. In the American League, Cleveland by 2 over Detroit, 3 over Boston. Washington is only 4 back. That is a story and a half, isn't it? The White Sox at 16-17, 5 back. The Yankees lost to Washington again on the 31st. They're down 20-22. Now, 5.5 isn't all that much to make up, but they've played 42 of 154. Balmer, 5.5 back, and then Lenny Dawson is still in college in Kansas City. Briefly, there was an inside the park that you were a player trying to get to. Yep. Jamie says, something that your friends and I did back in the minor league days. We played a season, and whenever their stats were at the end, it was for the next season. Yep. Yes, it did. In the park was a pretty flawed game. Why is Milwaukee 23-6? Well, they lead the National League in hitting at .302. Their ERA is .316. So when you're pitching a quarter of a run better than anybody else, and you're hitting .300 as a team, you're going to win some ball games. Yep, they picked up Hannibal Joe Hardy for sure, Jamie. I didn't think I'd have to keep singing that song, but I have. It'll be Bruton, Adcock, and Crandall for the Braves here in the bottom of the 4th. I didn't give you Billy's numbers. 333, 5 homers, and 19 RBI. Bruton, right center field. Clemente going back. Long run, 1 out. Adcock with a single. He's 1 for 1. Gwen Verdon bought box seats, Jamie. Pitch to Adcock. That's into center. Clemente, 2 out. Bobby's been a busy guy here in the 4th. Del Crandall, 0 for 1. So between the Braves just mauling everybody and Washington playing 500 ball, and the Yankees on this 1st of June, 2 games under 500. Pitch to Crandall. That is up the middle. Grote snares it, and that will be the inning. He got his uniform dirty. He brushes himself off. He smiles. We've played 4. No runs, no hits, no errors. Milwaukee 1, Pittsburgh nothing. So Thomas, Clemente, and Foyles to face Spahn here in the 5th. Frank singled his first time up. Fouls that one off. A Pirate fan got that one. 1-2 the count. That's up the middle. Spahn snares it. Throws to first. Adcock is there, and Thomas is retired. 1 out for Clemente. Oh, grounded into a double play his first time up. The greatest Rule 5 pick ever. Signed off the minor league roster of the Brooklyn Dodgers. Don't think the Pirates regretted that for 1 single second. Adcock. 2 out. For Hank Foyles, who's 0 for 1. You can kind of see where the Pirates are going. It's a long 4 years before they win the pennant in 60. So this isn't a bad team. It's just not a good team. Don't forget to patronize the Schatz Brewery stand while at the game. Shamil, Schmackel, Hassan Pfeffer Corporated. We're going to do it. Pitch to Foyles. There's a ground ball to Logan. Oh, happy days are yours and mine. Foyles is out halfway home on a cold day in Burlington. Milwaukee 1, Pittsburgh nothing. And remember, it doesn't get any better than this. It's only my 7th year, Paul. Give it time before I jump the shark. 1 run, 4 hits, no errors for the Braves. No runs, 3 hits, an error for the Pirates. In the first, Milwaukee had the bases loaded on a hit, a walk, and an error, and then Bobby Thompson nixed that one, a ground ball double play, ended the inning. However, Milwaukee would get on the board in the third. Hank Aaron, an RBI single. It was a 12-game hitting streak. He scored Dittmer, and that's been the lone run of the game. Bob Friend, 4 innings, 4 hits. The run was earned, a walk and a strikeout. Warren Spahn, a 3-hitter through 5 and 2 strikeouts. Spahn is 0 for 1. Not everything can age gracefully. I'm trying to remember if I saw Fonzie jump the shark when it first aired. I'm sure I've seen the episode. But imagine being such a turning point in the show's history that the entire genre of shows just kind of going off the rails was named after that. Pitch to Spahn is a fly ball right center. Back goes Clemente, and Warren has hit that one off the top of that chain link fence. Spahn is into second with his first double of the year, and that's the 5th hit for Milwaukee. Which brings up Dittmer. He has singled, doubled, and scored. Scored the lone run on the Aaron single in the third. Friend, 61 pitches, 4+ innings, 5 hits, a walk, and a strikeout. I'm sure that if I hadn't seen it, I saw it that first year. There are some shows that I think never did that. Mary Tyler Moore, Bob Newhart, Cheers, Frasier. And then there's shows like MASH. Pitch to Dittmer. There is a ground ball pass long into right field. Spahn will get held up. It was only a 56% chance. And Jack Dittmer, who is a household name in his own house, has a 3-hit night. He has half of the Braves' hits. Logan is 0 for 2. So Spahn on third, Dittmer on first. Friend's pitch. Logan pass Roberts into right center. Spahn will score. Dittmer will hold at third, and the Braves go up 2-0. You can make the case with the Braves. I mean, they won the World Series in 57. They repeated as National League champions in 58. They certainly contended this year in 56. And they took the Dodgers to a playoff in 59. That they could have had a 5 or 6 year stretch that would have been an absolute dynasty. And then Atlanta would have gotten the expansion team. If the Braves win, let's say, 3 and 4 years, they're never moving out of Milwaukee. Eddie Matthews is 0 for 1 with a walk. Runners on first and second. Matthews pops it up. Left side. Freeze will make the catch. I think one of the things that just keeps it fresh for me is that we're not doing consecutive years. I didn't start in 77, and we're now up to 83 or 84. Aaron, 1 for 2. He had that RBI single into third. He's now driven in 27. So it's always a different era when we do this. And sometimes it takes a little bit longer to get used to it. Even, there wasn't, for Vinny Scully, the idol, even 80% of him at the end was better than most other people. Pitch to Aaron. Struck him out. That's 2 for Friend. An 0-2 curve, and that'll bring up Bobby Thompson. Thompson has grounded into a double play. He's 0 for 2. He's still sitting on a 7-game hitting streak. Braves would like to add on to the lead here. Friend's pitch. Got him. So Friend got worked out of that. Thompson shakes his head, strikes out on a 2-2. After 5, Braves get an insurance run on 3 hits. They've left on 6, which is never a good thing. After 5, 2-0 Braves. Braves jump the shark when Ted Turner managed them. I was thinking when I was looking, because I'd forgotten what I'd picked. It'll be Roberts, Friend, and Freeze here in the 6th to face Warren Spahn. Kurt's 0 for 1. Looking at this going, Pirates, Braves, and that would have been a butt of a joke in the mid-'80s. Pirates, Braves, America's team, next. It's like, no. No. Who wants to watch that? Pitch to Roberts. There is a bounder down to Logan. Johnny's got it. On the spot, throws to Adcock on a bang-banger, and Roberts is retired, 1 out. For Bob Friend, who has an RBI, or doesn't have an RBI because they haven't scored yet. He does have a double. He's 1 for 1. And then somehow, I wonder what it was. If Turner just stopped meddling, or you put the right people in the front office, and the Braves just turned into that powerhouse in the 90s. I'm not sure when we all started to get 18 gazillion cable channels how much it meant anymore. I mean, if that had happened in the 80s, if they had built on what they had done in 82, would Atlanta truly have been America's team? Pitch to Friend. Ground ball to Spahn. First base side. Throws to Adcock. Has to hurry, and Friend beat it out. So an infield hit. Kind of took a funny hop there on the grass, and Spahn had to backhand it a bit before being able to make the flip. So 18 batters for Spahn, 77 pitches, 5 1/3. Remember, he is the only fresh pitcher for Milwaukee. Gene Connolly goes tomorrow. 4-hitter for Warren, and he has struck out 2. Freeze has struck out both times. Hiring Bobby Cox from the Jays. Yep, I bet you're absolutely right, and I'm so sorry. Cox, of course, was there for Toronto in 85. And if they had gone with the 84 rules, the Blue Jays would have won the pennant. That was one of the most memorable LCSs that I did. The Blue Jays going out there winning the first 3 and then being forced into a Game 7. Pitch to Freeze. There is a base hit past Logan into left. Thompson will throw it back in. Friend going for third, and the throw is cut off by Logan. So Bob Friend getting his wind sprints in. So Freeze on second, Friend on third. Runners on the corners, 1 out for Grote, who's 1 for 2. There's a guy on Facebook who will take a picture of there and just write the funniest narratives. And the one he wrote for Bobby Cox was, woke up Christmas morning, made a fresh pot in the Mr. Coffee, smoked a couple menthols, and was happy with the socks he got for Christmas. Pitch to Grote. There is a ground ball to Matthews. They might get 2. Dittmer for 1, and Adcock for 2. So Spahn gets another double play made in his honor, and that will do. Pirates get a hit, and they've left on 2, and after 5.5, it's Milwaukee 2, Pittsburgh nothing. All right, Andrew, take care. Bruton, Adcock, and Crandall here in the bottom of the 6th. Milwaukee living the life of Riley right now. Billy 0 for 2. Slow chopper to Friend. Over to Long, and Friend got off the mound late, and Bruton's going to reach on the hit. So an infield hit. That's the 8th hit for Milwaukee. And that brings up Adcock. Joe is 1 for 2. 2 runs, 8 hits, no errors. Milwaukee has left on 6. Pirates, no runs, 5 hits and an error, and they have left on 2. Adcock pops it up. Grote, on a rainmaker on this warm night, will make the catch, and there's 1 out for Adele Crandall, who's 0 for 2. Walked him. So first and second, fastball missed. Full count, fastball down and in. And now bring it Warren Spahn. They play for the bunt. Spahn doubled and scored in the 5th. With Bruton's speed, I think you bunt anyway. How you doing, Barbara? Nice to have you along. We're going to bunt anyway. Spahn will put it down, and that takes the decision out of my hands because that will roll foul third base side. And the count is 0-2. So now you're swinging. Got him. That's 4 for Friend and 0-2 on the outside corner. So 2 out for Jack Dittmer, who's had himself a day. Overall, he only had 102 real-life at-bats. He's now 6 for 12 on the replay, 3 for 3 today, 2 singles and a double. Bruton on second, Crandall on first. Braves trying to add a 2-0 lead here in bottom of the 6th. That is over the mound. Grote takes it himself, runs over the bag, and the Braves get nothing. They get a hit, and they've left on 8. Sometimes the fates go in your favor when you leave on 8 because the Braves lead it 2-0. So top 7, Walls, Long, and Thomas to face Spahn. Lee is 0 for 3. I'm doing well, thanks for asking. Pitch to Walls. Got him. That's 3 for Spahn, a 2-2, and Walls watched it. For Dale Long, who's still got a 10-game hitting streak, he's 0 for 2. Yeah, Dittmer is in that Dave Stegman thing, isn't he? I see his name pop up every once in a while, and I just got to smile. Again, we talk about the stories at these things here. I mean, Gardner had one the other night with that Lockett goaltender for Vancouver. Go get him, Braves. They lead it 2-0. Spahn struck him out. That's 4. There's 2 out now as Long looked at an 0-2 for Frank Thomas, who's 1 for 2 today. Braves in great shape. 3 up on the Dodgers with 6 games in hand. Logan over to Adcock. Stretch time. 2-0 Milwaukee. It'll be Logan, Matthews, and Aaron in the bottom of the 7th to face Bob Friend. Johnny 1 for 3 today with an RBI. Zalapsky Smurf goes, Dear Schmuck, you said what's the argument against going pitch by pitch? It will mess with the pitcher's fatigue, which is what I didn't do it for years. Dave suggested I try it, especially after a ball is fouled off or something like that. Probably not as much of an issue with 56, but certainly anything that's, once you get into bullpens that are much more active, you don't want to do that. So that's why. Mr. Hopkins, how are you? Thanks for having me. Thanks for coming along for the ride. Logan 1 for 3. What was this about me jumping the shark? 1 for 3 with an RBI for Johnny. Friend starts the 7th. Fly ball, left field. Clemente going back. Makes the catch. Here's Eddie Matthews. Eddie 0 for 2. He has drawn a walk. Friend over 100 pitches. The Pirates bullpen are in a little bit better shape, but not much. And you'd think, since the Braves have pretty much taken a week off the first 7 weeks of the season, that they would actually have bullpen people, but not today. It's Gene Connolly. We're not doing the Braves on Wednesday, but he would get the start. He will get the start on Saturday against these Pirates. Matthews up the middle, a base hit. So Eddie now 1 for 3. His biggest fan is now watching. Hank Aaron is 1 for 3. He had that RBI single in the 5th? In the 3rd, Ron. Aaron has also struck out twice. That is a fly ball to left. Back goes Thomas. Frank will turn and watch it go. That's number 6 for Hammer and Hank. And the Braves go up 4-0. So that one just kind of hooked down the line, and Aaron has his 6th of the year. The wind is going out there to left center at 1, so that was all Wheaties. And Thomas just kind of waited to see if which side of the pole it would hook around, and it hooked around the right side if you're a Braves fan. And Aaron makes it a 4-0 ball game. Jeremiah was a bullfrog. It is better than Chachi loves Joni. Here's Thompson. Bobby is 0 for 3. He has grounded into a double play and struck out. There are some shows that just jumped Jeremiah before they ever got the chance to find a shark. That would be one of them. Pitched and Thompson struck him out. So Bobby not winning any pennants today. That's 5 for Friend. A 1-2 on the inside corner. Bruton, 2 out, 1 for 3. He has singled today. There's a fly ball to right. Back goes Walls, and Lee will make the grab, and that'll do. However, Hank Aaron having himself a day. A 2-run homer down the line and left, and after 7, 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors. It is the Braves 4, the Pirates nothing. So Clemente, Foils, and Roberts to face Spahn here. Here in the 8th, Roberto 0 for 2. Spahn has induced 3 double plays, one of them from Clemente. Up the middle, Logan off the mound, throws to first, 1 out. So we'll have a Monday special for you this week, which will be on Thursday, because it would be my mom's birthday on June 4th. And what 4-year-old girl, Hank Foils, by the way, 0 for 2, does not want a ball game in her honor? Not even a Red Sox game. I think we're doing a Dodger game. Pitch to Foils. There's a fly ball, center field. Bruton will make the catch, and there's 2 out for Kurt Roberts. Kurt, playing his last game of the year, whether he knows it or not, is 0 for 2. What'd you miss, Triple G? A big home run from Hank Aaron. Warren Spahn throwing a 5-hitter, and the Braves came into this one with a 3-game lead over the Dodgers. I was playing CPU versus CPU over the weekend on a pitch-by-pitch, and the manager sent Ken Herbeck to steal second. And so I thought that may be it. He was thrown out. It's better. The base running AI is better, and it gets better every year. But no, it had to do with switching back and forth. It had to do with screwing up the pitch count for the pitcher. And you don't want to do that because you try to have this as level of a playing field as possible, because you got me managing, and then you have the smart computer. Pitch to Roberts. There is a high ground ball to Dittmer. Throws it to Adcock, and that'll do. So Spahn on his way to a shutout at least, or he's hoping. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of the 8th here in Milwaukee. It is the Braves 4, the Pirates nothing. So Adcock, Crandall, and Spahn to face Friend, and what should be a double CG. Adcock 1 for 3 with a single. There is a fly ball left field. Thomas, 1 out. For Del Crandall, 0 for 2 with a walk. I'm sure Matt is just kind of chomping at the bit knowing how good this Braves team is. I don't know if you saw when we posted the stats. I mean, their ERA is a 1/4 run better than anyone else in the National League. And as a team, and that won't drop today, they're hitting over 300. Pitch to Crandall. Up the middle, a base hit. No! Clemente dove and robbed him of a hit. How about that? That was kind of like a dying quail out there, and I thought that he had grabbed it. Instead, Clemente got the glove down. He made the slide, and even though it goes against the Braves, The crowd knows a good play, and Clemente got a good hand. 2 out for Spahn, who is 1 for 3. He has doubled, struck out, and scored. Chomp, chomp. Mel Allen has entered the building. I like how about that better than unbelievable and all that. How about that? Do I want to do your 58 Braves replay? I bring them such great luck. They don't need my help for sure. I mean, we were talking about that a bit earlier. I mean, this is... I don't know if anyone's written a book about their 13 years in Milwaukee. There aren't a lot of teams in any era that have 13 winning seasons in a row in any sport. Cowboys, obviously, in the NHL when there was just a handful of teams, but pitch to Spahn. Warren into right, Walls for the out. And we go to the 9th. No runs, no hits, no errors. Let's see what the Pirates do with Bob Friend. Pittsburgh 4 to tie, 5 to go ahead. So Spahn needed to go the distance, and it looks like he's going to be able to make that happen for Fred Haney. I saw an interesting story about Bobby Bragan over the weekend. Right? Is he the manager for the Pirates? Yep. Bragan came over from the Hollywood Stars of the PCL. And I saw this posted on Facebook. Dale Long. They must have crossed paths at some point in the PCL. So Dale Long sends Bragan a congratulations letter for getting the job. And Bragan, still on the Hollywood payroll, sends a nice letter back. So I didn't even think I was doing the Pirates. So that was very sweet, and it was dated December 55. Friend, if he stays in the game, well, that's what he's done. He singled it and doubled in this one. Jack Shepard will pinch hit. Shepard, 500 as a pinch hitter, 288 overall, 24, looking 14, 5 homers and 14 RBI. Milwaukee Braves a baseball eulogy. Yeah, I'm sure. Pitch to Shepard. There is a line drive over Adcock in front of Aaron, and that worked out for the Pirates as Shepard starts the 9th with a single. Here's Freeze. Gene 1 for 3. Spahn 118 pitches, 8 innings, 6+, 6 hits, and 4 strikeouts. Left field. Thompson. That's well hit. Bobby won't get there. It's gone. So Freeze hits a 2-run homer. There is nobody fresh in the Braves' pen. They're all tired. And Pittsburgh has just cut this to a 4-2 lead. So Grote coming up. 50s were not the best for the Red Sox, which wonder if the Braves were in Boston with the same success, would they become equal to the Red Sox with the fans? Yeah, I'm watching Spahn. If he puts another base runner on, again, Connolly is the only arm that can go, and he's starting tomorrow. Grote 1 for 3 with a single. You would have thought, however, the Braves and the Red Sox in 48, if it wasn't for Denny Galehouse and the Indians, they would have done the cross. I mean, Braves Field and Fenway Park are pretty close. In fact, it might have been the same distance or a little closer than what the Polo Grounds and Yankee Stadium were in New York, except for there was the Harlem River in there, and they were both on the same side of the Charles. I think if they would have known what this franchise was going to do, they would have stuck it out. That was a bigger ballpark than Fenway. But I'm not convinced that Boston was ever a two-team market. Pitch to Grote. There's a ground ball to Dittmer. He'll go to first for the out. So 1 out for Walls. Lee 0 for 3. He's grounded into a double play. Left center field. Back goes Thompson. 4-3. The Pirates have put 3 up here in the top of the 9th. And for Walls, his first of the year. Still want me to do that replay for you? You got Dale Long coming up. And now we're going to take a look to see if this is the best option here. You certainly don't want to get in an extra inning game. It'll be Dimper, Logan, and Matthews if Pittsburgh can somehow scrape together another run. 255 is the total for, and 303. Yeah, they got other options here. We're going to go with, can't go with Burdette. He would go Monday, and he pitched 105 yesterday. Can't say the same with the Browns or the Athletics staying, but if someone from the future come to tell them the success of the future. The thing with the Orioles was it was a full decade before they became good. And Finley never wanted to stay anywhere anyway. Ernie Johnson? Oh, it's a 258. Yeah, it's that Ernie Johnson. We're going to go with Sleeter. I don't know why. He must have started. They need to get 2 out. They need to get Dale Long. They need to get them before Mr. Clemente gets to the plate. Or Jolly. Dave Jolly. He pitched yesterday. They're all on short rest. And I mean, it's better numbers. No, that 475 is not there. So we're going to go with Sleeter. Lou, there's a proud picture. Do you see the splits, though? They actually have them by the batter. Next time you look on that far right side, it will tell you the probabilities for each pitcher against each batter. Sleeter made a start, 8th appearance. He's 3-0 with a 1.15 ERA. Sleater. In that win over the Cardinals, he went 7 innings in a 7-0 win, 93 pitches, a 1-hitter, a walk, and a strikeout. So overall, 15 2/3, 7 hits. I can't show you. I'll show you after the next at-bat. 2 runs, both earned. The home run, I mean, he apparently lives in St. Louis. He's pitched against them 4 times. He's walked 3 and struck out 4. So 1 out in a 1-run game. That's definitely a safe situation. Long 10-game hitting streak, and Dale is 0 for 3 with a K. Fly ball, right field. Aaron, tie game. And as, you know, I feel the voodoo doll coming. So the Pirates have had 3 home runs in this inning. And here's Frank Thomas, who is 1 for 3 with a single. So if you take a look over here on the right, yeah, that was crushed. We'll show that one again in a moment. It not only does the averages on the left side and versus the lefty and the righty, but starting with this year on the right, it will tell you what the projected averages, on-base percentage and stuff is against a specific batter-pitcher matchup. So, somewhere in a crib, Don Mattingly just got real interested. That ball was crushed. So the Pirates have done it. They have put 4 up on the board. Didn't know if you knew that, Paul, or not. It caught me by surprise, and it's new for this year. And now Milwaukee's in a hard spot because it's Connolly, and that's it. And he's about 12 hours away from going tomorrow. Pitch to Thomas, 1 for 3. That's into left. Thompson will make the catch, and there's 2 out. Braves left on 8. May not matter in the end. They might pull this out. It's Dittmer, Logan, Matthews, and Aaron, if anybody should reach. But you can't let that many opportunities go away. Clemente is 0 for 3. Right back up the box. Slater over at Adcock, and we go to the bottom of the 9th. Well. It's Dick Hall. Get the call for the Pirates. He'll bat in the 9 hole. We have played 8.5. Pittsburgh, 3 home runs. Freeze, Walls, and Long on 4 hits. And we go to the bottom of the 9th. Cardiac time, kiddies, 4-4 the score. So Dick Hall, his brother Robert sold clothes, making his 6th appearance, 0-1, a 3.08 ERA. He is 26, fastball 85, and a fly ball pitcher. When the nickname of Turkey, you know that's good, right? He faced the Giants last night in a 6-5 win. He got the save. He went 9 pitches. 26 in a third innings. 29 hits. He's not faced the Braves yet this year. 12 runs, 9 earned. He's allowed 2 homers. He has walked 9 and struck out 17. So here's Jack Dittmer, who was 3 for 4 today, has singled twice, driven in or scored and doubled. Logan, Matthews, and maybe Aaron to follow if the game should go that far. Pitch to Dittmer. That is up the middle. Grote has it over to Long. 1 out. Johnny Logan is 1 for 4. He has singled and driven in a run. Hall deals. That is a line drive to Grote, and there's 2 out for Eddie Matthews, who is 1 for 3. He has singled, walked, and scored. And if he should reach, that man Aaron is on deck. Got him! No runs, no hits, and no errors. We go to the top of the 10th. It'll be Foyles, Roberts, and we'll see Milwaukee 4, Pittsburgh 4. Matt is building the voodoo doll as we speak. Foyles is 0 for 3. Slater's pitch popped up, left side. Logan on the dirt, 1 out. For Kurt Roberts, who is 0 for 3 today. This isn't Washington beating the Yankees strange, but 4 runs off a tiring spawn. High ground ball to third. Matthews across the way. 2 out. So Slater, let's see what they do with Hall here. Dick can hit. 4 for 9 with an RBI. Gardner ball. Brought to you by Dave Gardner's Body Painting. So, 10th inning, 2 out. Hall will be pinch hit for by Dick Cole. Mr. Cole is 30. Does not have a pinch hit. 5 for 24 on the replay. Aaron, Bobby Thompson, who has had himself a terrible day, and Billy Bruton in the 10th. Slater, that's a line drive to right. Aaron has it, and that'll do. Johnny O'Brien. Again, what's up with the pitchers with the bats? After 9.5, no runs, no hits, no errors. Pittsburgh and Milwaukee on a beautiful night, 4-4. O'Brien is a second baseman. He pitched 8 times over the course of the regular season. He's gone once in this replay. He's 26. He is an extreme fly ball pitcher. Gardner went and got the cheeseburger club, huh? He actually started last night's game against the Giants. He pitched on May 1st. He went 1 inning and struck out a man. So Aaron, Thompson, and Bruton to face O'Brien. Pirates have 9 hits, and the Braves have 10. Aaron has 2 of the 10 hits. He homered to give Milwaukee a 4-0 lead. That's 6. And he's now driven in 29. Pitch to Aaron. There's a ground ball to Grote. Dick backhands it, throws to first for the out, 1 away. For Bobby Thompson, O'Brien's numbers here are huge. Thompson 0 for 4. He's had himself a bad day. He has struck out twice and grunted into a double play. Struck him out. That's 2. So Thompson fans for the 3rd time. Here's Billy Bruton. Billy 1 for 4. He has a single. If this game goes to the 11th, Freeze, Grote, and Walls. To Roberts at second, over to first, and we go on to the 11th inning. So Sleeter will go again. He is due up 3rd in the 11th. And again, Milwaukee's bullpen is spent. We go to the 11th. Milwaukee 4, Pittsburgh 4. So Freeze, who was 2 for 4, he hit that 2-run shot in the 9th to make it a 4-2 ballgame. Matt packing up his truck, trying to find out how to get to Burlington to let me have it. Pitch to Gene. Got him. So Sleeter was the right thing. Freeze has struck out 3 times. Spahn just ran out of gas in the 9th. Here's Dick Grote. He's 1 for 4. He is singled and grounded into a double play. That's a base hit into right field. Aaron will grab it. In fact, he'll play it off the wall, and Grote is into second with his 5th double of the year. So both teams now have 10 hits. 4 runs, 10 hits, an error for Pittsburgh. They have left on 2. Milwaukee, 4 runs, 10 hits, no errors, and they have left on 8. Walls homered in the 9th. It was a 4-0 game in the 9th inning. Struck him out. That's 2 for Sleeter. And here's Dale Long. 2-2 curveball. And this looks like, again, the right option. You got a 5% chance of a 2-run homer here. Burlington's very easy to find. Don't give him any help, Paul. Go to New York, go north, and when you come to the big lake, look for the lights on the other side. May Tom Messner's dog come visit your lawn. 2 out. Sleeter has gone 2 1/3. It'll be Adcock Crandall and a pinch hitter for Milwaukee in the bottom of the 11th. Pitch to Long, Grote on second. That's a base hit into right. Aaron will have it. Grote's around third. He will score, and the Pirates go up 5-4. So here's Frank Thomas, who is 1 for 4. So 357 is what I'm looking for here. Do I go with Burdette? I can't go with Connolly. He starts tomorrow. And then Sunday's doubleheader, Bob Buell and Ray Crone. They pretty much used the kitchen sink in yesterday's game. Only if Messner comes along, I'll sell tickets to the fans in here for the for the hot Sarah to come and see him. Now, there's if you're not familiar with that inside joke, there's a Hotel Saranac where Paul lives, and the nice neon sign and the letters EL and the rest of the NAC, the NAC, have all burned out. So at night, it just says Hot Sarah. How they know my wife, I don't know. We're going with Johnson or Jolly here. I think Jolly is the right move. So Dave Jolly trying to get the 33rd out. 1-0, a 3.18 ERA, sixth appearance. He's 32, fastball at 88, and a fly ball plus pitcher. This will not do well for the Braves the next few games. They needed to have Spahn go the distance, and he petered out after 8 1/3. He pitched yesterday, beat the Cubs 8-5, got the win. 18 pitches and 1 inning and a walk. 5 2/3, 8 hits, 2 runs, both earned. A homer. He has walked 6 and struck out 3. Tom Messner was the weather guy on the NBC station here in the market for the better part of 30 years, and a larger-than-life personality. Frank Thomas is 1 for 4. Jolly deals. Holly Jolly up the middle. Dittmer over to first, and Nat will take care of the Pirates. However, they push across a run here in the 11th. They've only left on 3. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors. Bottom of the 11th, 5-4 Pittsburgh. So Adcock, Crandall, and a pinch hitter. 1 to tie, 2 to win. Joe will face Johnny O'Brien, the second baseman turned pitcher. Adcock, 1 for 4, hitting .250. Who was the guy that just retired as a batter and now is going to be a pitcher? Just happened in this spring training. Pitch to Adcock, popped up, Grote, Rainmaker, 1 out. On the grass behind second for Del Crandall, who is 0 for 3 with a walk. O'Brien deals. There is a ground ball. Oh, that's going to drop in front of Thomas. Going to go all the way to the wall, and Crandall, the tying run, is in scoring position. Joey Gallo. That's it. Yep. No, you're right. So the Braves are going to have to burn another arm. O'Brien, it's going to be Wes Covington. Covington is 24, does not have a pinch hit. 2 for 19 on the replay, 283 overall. He does have some power. Joey Gallo, yep. His brother owned a winery. We serve no wine before it's time. Crandall, the tying run. Covington, the potential winning run. O'Brien winds and deals. That's a base hit left field. Crandall will round third. Yep. Going to run on Thomas. The throw to Foils. Not in time. We're tied up at 5. Am I vindicated yet, Matt? So Covington with good speed on first. Here's Jack Dittmer. Jack 3 for 5 today. Holy Dave Stegman. He has singled twice, doubled, and scored. Covington, the winning run. How can do it? And Jim Pendleton will pinch run. Not anyone you'd want to bat, but he does have a great set of legs. So the game is a 5-5 tie with 1 out, 11th inning. And it would be Ernie Johnson to pitch the 12th if we get that far. Pitch to Dittmer. Fly ball, left center. Clemente by the wall makes the catch for the out. So here's Johnny Logan, 2 out. Johnny 1 for 5. He has singled and drove home a run. He's now driven in 24. So the second baseman, O'Brien, has given up a run. He's gone an inning and 2/3. Pitch to Logan. There's a fly ball, right field. Back goes Walls, and the band plays on. We've played 11. Gardner owes me money if this goes 14. 1 run, 2 hits, and no errors. We go to the 12th. Pittsburgh 5, Milwaukee 5. So Ernie Johnson is 32. He is 1-1 with a 6.35 ERA. His 7th appearance, he throws a defense or an 84-mile-an-hour fastball and a fly ball pitcher. He pitched 2 innings yesterday against the Cubs in an 8-5 win, 37 pitches, 2 hits, a walk and a strikeout, 5 2/3, 8 hits, 5 runs, 4 earned. A home run came against the Cubs way back in April. A walk and 4 strikeouts, and for those of you watching over in the aisles, it is indeed a Brucey bonus. Clemente is 0 for 4, Foyles and Roberts. I like it too. This would be the perfect situation for the Ghost Runner. Milwaukee really kind of putting themselves in the corner now. Again, they needed Spahn to go the distance. And one of the things about an as replayed or as played is that you're kind of stuck with what happens. And obviously what you're doing on the table is different from what happened in real life. At this point, you'd be looking down to AAA and going, okay, who can I bring up to pitch tomorrow to back up Gene Connolly? Because we're now in the 12th inning. It's now the 4th pitcher. You know, Spahn you can yell at Spahn for not getting it done, but the Pirates are the ones that put the runs up on the board. Clemente hits one off the mound. Dittmer over at Adcock, 1 out. The golden at bat thing would come in too. I mean, wouldn't you love to see Aaron or Matthews go twice in an inning? Hank Foyles is 0 for 4. Johnson deals. Fly ball, left field. Thompson running in. Will make the catch, and there's 2 out for Kurt Roberts, who's 0 for 4. That is a slow bounder to Logan. Johnny's got it, and that's going to be an infield hit. So a late grab by Logan. Both teams now have 12 hits. The Pirates have been much more efficient. They've left on 3. The Braves, 9. And that's now an interesting thing because O'Brien is a hitter. He's hitting .288 with an RBI. He is 19 for 66. Bob Skinner is going to pinch hit, so the Pirates are going to go to the pen. Matthews and Aaron combined hitting .340 something. So Skinner does have a solo home run as a pinch hitter. Overall, .262, 4 homers, and 9 RBI. So if you look at this week, most teams played a Sunday doubleheader. They had a Wednesday doubleheader for Memorial Day, and they're coming into drilling someplace. Another doubleheader. So 3 doubleheaders in 8 days. Pitch to Skinner. That's up the middle. Johnson's got it over at Adcock, and that will do. We go to the bottom of the 12th here in Milwaukee. It is the Pirates. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. In a 5-5 tie. So Red Swanson. Wasn't he on that 70s show? Swanson, 0-1 with an earned run average of 24.75. He's 20 years old. He throws a fastball at 89. Making his 5th appearance. He last faced the Braves on May 8th, which was his last time out there. Oh, it was the Cardinals that doused him with 10 runs on May 2nd in 1/3 of an inning in a 16-1 game. 2 innings against the Braves, 27 pitches, a hit, and a strikeout. Overall, for Swanson, that may be a dinner you may not want to touch. 4 innings, 10 hits, 11 runs, all earned. The home run came against the Cardinals. He has walked 5 and struck out 3. So Matthews, Aaron, and Thompson to face Swanson here. Eddie, 1 for 4. He has singled, struck out, walked, and scored. 5-5 here. Bottom of the 12th inning. Pitch to Matthews. Right back to Swanson. Over to long. 1 out. So here's Aaron. Aaron homered in this game to make it 4-0. Seems like a long time ago. 2 for 5 overall. Now has 6 homers and 29 RBI. He's also struck out twice. Swanson deals. That's a base hit left field. Thomas will pick it up. Aaron takes a long turn, and the winning run is on. So Aaron has singled twice and homered, and Bobby Thompson comes to the plate. He's 0 for 5. He is grounded into a double play and struck out 3 times. If we go to the 13th, Freeze, Grote, and Walls. Gets away from foils, and Aaron moves up 90. A 1-2 fastball in the dirt. And Aaron, who has afterburners, is in scoring position, and a 2-2 count. Thompson, little smile on his face now. Swanson deals. There's a ground ball to third. Freeze looks Aaron back, throws to long. 2 out. Been a rough night for Bobby Thompson, who is 0 for 6. Here's Bruton. Billy 1 for 5 with a single. Again, Aaron wins the game on a single. Swanson sweating bullets on a 60-degree night here in Milwaukee. Walked him. So Bruton's run. Oh, wait. And it was a wild pitch on the ball, and Aaron moves up to third. So a full count fastball got away from foils. And so Aaron is doing the conga line 90 feet away. And Swanson's going, I don't know what to do here. So here's Joe Adcock. Poor Matt. Who do you guys think? You guys voted for the Braves with 76%. See if Joe Adcock can pay that one off for you. He's 1 for 5. Swanson. Deep breath. Here's the pitch. Ground ball over Freeze. Braves will win it. Aaron will score, and the Braves walk it off. We'd get there eventually. You knew we would, right? That one was all that in a bag of chips. Milwaukee 6, Pittsburgh 5. So 3 hours and 41 minutes. And Matt started this game with a full head of hair. And now he has my hair. None. 6 runs, 14 hits, no errors. The Braves left on 9. Pirates 5 runs, 12 hits and error. And they left on 4. Hank Aaron will be your Digital Dice MVP. Spahn could have continued to go, but he'd given up 3 runs. 8 1/3, 8 hits, 3 runs, all earned. You're welcome, Jamie. He gave up the 2 homers in the 9th. Long and Freeze. He struck out 4. Sleeter. Oh, boy. Blew the save. 2 1/3. 3 hits, 2 runs, both earned. The homer. And then with minus stuff, Jolly and Johnson go an inning and a third, allow a hit, and get out of it. Bob Friend needed more from his friends on the offense. 8 innings, 10 hits, 4 runs, all earned. The home run to Aaron in the 7th. He walked 2 and struck out 5. You're welcome, Barb. Dick Hall got a strikeout in his lone inning in the 9th. O'Brien, the All-American boy, second baseman and pitcher. 2 innings, 2 hits, a run it was earned and a strikeout. And Swanson, again, don't touch that turkey dinner. 2/3 of an inning, 2 hits, a run it was earned, and a walk. He had minus stuff, and the Braves survive it by the score of 6-5. You're voting on the shots, girls. Laverne and Shirley for staying at the Shots Beer Stand for all 14 innings. Have you ever done milk and Pepsi? Has anyone actually ever done milk and Pepsi together? The rest of this Friday night in baseball, the Dodgers just club the Cubs at Wrigley 16-3. They hit 5 home runs, 19 hits. Roger Craig goes to 2-1. Pierce Brosnan, might as well have been, 1-2. Duke Snider now has 19 on the year. He hit 2 for 2 and 3 RBI. Redlegs beat the Giants 9-2 at Crossley. Joe Nuxhall goes to 5-2. Montgomery goes 0-2. Frank Robinson, I don't know what they're doing upstairs. Frank Robinson, 2 for 4, hits his 15th with the steal. Red Sox beat the Athletics 4-3. Brewer, 6-2. Bobby Shantz, 1-2. Vic Power, 2 for 3 with a double. Yankees, tired of getting crapped on the channel, beat the Tigers 5-1. Tommy Byrne, 2-0. Frank Larry, 2-5. Yogi Berra, 2-2. Washington doubles Cleveland, 6-3. Whistler, 4-1. Bob Lemon falls to 4-4. Bobby Avila, 4 for 5 and 2 doubles. White Sox double up the Orioles, 6-3. Keegan goes to 3-1. Johnson falls to 1-1. Dave Philly hits his first 3 for 5 drives in 2. Phillies pound out 16 hits. They beat the Cardinals 8-4 at Busch. Kurt Simmons, 4-1. Polholski, 3-4. Lapata, 4 for 5, 4 RBI, and 3. Your aunt drank it as a kid. She smoked Salem's too? So that will do. Tomorrow, when we're with you on whatever day is next, Wednesday, it'll be the Athletics and the Red Sox. You know what? We're going to change out of that. Bonus baseball from Washington. Cleveland and Washington. Yes, I'm bailing out of a Red Sox game. Imagine that. So Cleveland, Washington is the Wednesday game. Herb Score, whose family has sent me cease and desist letters to stop showing his games, against not Steve Stone. And then the Thursday game this week will be Brooklyn and Milwaukee. Because what 4-year-old girl doesn't want a Brooklyn Dodger game for her birthday, right? Sal Magli and Lou Burdett. So there you go. That's the schedule for you this week. It'll be Cleveland, Washington on Wednesday, Brooklyn, Milwaukee for you on Thursday. And that will do it for me. Thank you so much. 21:45. Wow. Thanks for watching. I'm Ron Juckett. We will talk to you Wednesday. Have a good day, everybody. So long.